Tokyo at the Nishio-Rikubo in Yorokobito Gallery, where Ikehira-san's art exhibition is opening. So, will you introduce yourself?
はい、池平徹平です。よろしくお願いします。
And today we three of us is now going to talk about his paintings. So, will you introduce her?
Yes, my name is Gwen, and I'm the manager assistant of Aura Gallery. Very nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. And I'm Michael Kikuchi, art writer and representative of Patron Project. Okay, so now we would like to talk about this big painting which was painted in 2021. So first, will you tell us how you paint this big painting?
この作品は毎日朝起きて一番描きたいものを画面に一つずつ加えていきます。なんでそうするかというと、全部の画面をすごく描きたい気持ちで描いた大切なもので満たしたいからです。
So basically, he paints something which he really wants to paint. One thing in one day. Only one stuff in one day, which is very rare, I think. And because he would like to make this painting full of beautiful stuff, he really wants to see in this painting. What do you think of this type of skill?
I think it's very, I won't say rare, but it's very interesting because usually the artist will create a kind of composition, and then they input a lot of different objects into the picture. However, Ikehira-san, what he did is he basically just threw one thing per day without creating the composition, but still he made the entire composition beautifully,
yes.
So which I think is very impressive.
So, and also this painting was painted during coronavirus pandemic, right? So I would like to focus on this lion, for example. What did you want to express with this lion?
これは最後命を終えようとしているライオンなんですけども、
He is dying.
もし自分が最後を迎える時が来たとして、その時に最後に見たい景色を考えました。
He was thinking what he would like to see when he was dying, at the last time of his life.
たくさんの老人が亡くなっている時期だったので、やっぱり最後に見たい景色は子供たちが元気でいないと安心していなくなれないなと思ったので、子供たちが元気に明るくいれば僕は安心していなくなれます。
Because he was seeing in news there are a lot of senior people dying because of COVID, but and he thought if he could see all the very active children who are happy, and he can die in a happy status.
でもあれですね、自分の勝手ですね、それはね。僕たちが大人が子供たちを楽しそうに元気な状態にしてあげないといけないですね、本当はね。
あ、そうね。
一方的に見たい。
Yeah, I agree. So rather than he die, maybe we should make kids happy, right? So what do you think?
Yes, so I also noticed something very interesting. So except for the realistic animal and landscape or even plants inside the picture, I've noticed that there are many like graffiti,
like
graffiti, like unfinished drafts, that kind of thing. So I feel like it's more like a reminiscent of the old line, like maybe a part of the human being's memory. For example, because we draw this kind of drafts when we are little, so maybe before one day we die, we'll suddenly think about, oh, I dropped this when I was little. So I think it's very interesting.
Yeah, it is. So So now we would like to talk about his latest painting next time. Okay, see you. So, Ikehira-san, I can see a lot of children who are doing sports, right? When sports with kids this time?
今回コロナで、休校休園で子どもたちとがお休みになって一緒にいる時間が長くありました。その時に子どもたちが仕事の邪魔になってはいけないですから、子どもたちが逆にいなければできなかった作品を作ることで。
Okay, so again, this is during COVID time, right? So he had to spend a lot of time with his kids, and he has a little girl and boy. But actually, normally he can't paint with someone together because he can't really get into the paintings. But in this time, he changed his mind because he don't want to think. He doesn't want his kids with him, but he make his kids necessary for his painting to make the painting the best.
こういった、喧嘩しているシーンもありますけども、
They are fighting, right?
こういう時間はとても嫌な時間ですけども、そういう嫌なことであればあるほど、それがなければできなかった今日を作れないと悔しい。
So normally fighting kids is not a pleasant stuff, but all the more for it, he thought this is the best thing for his painting. It's interesting, don't you think?
Yes, because I think it's very funny when Hikasan just talked about the children became his burden and trouble. But I think it's very hard to find inspiration through this kind of hardships, especially during the Corona crisis. I think it's really cool that he finds a way to create something new and made up his mind in a new way. So I think that these are very different, and very positive, very different.
Which maybe we can apply for our life. I think.
Definitely.
And also I could see not only your kids, but also are they friends of yours? This is also nice.
これは娘のお友達たちです。
They're daughters' friends.
もちろん頑張ってる子供に感動するのはもちろんなんですけど、最近はその子供たちが子供たちを頑張れって応援している姿にとても心を打たれます。
So he thinks, of course, kids are themselves a brilliant being, but he also was moved to see they are also supporting other kids as well.
Yes, I think it kind of reminds me of the recent conflict between Ukraine and Russia. So I feel like people are like united together. It's very touching.
Yeah, it is. So they remind us of
peace.
Yeah, peace. Exactly, not war, but peace. Okay. So Ikehira-san, I can see this painting is one of the main paintings this time at this gallery, right? So why did you think about this polar bear and kids at this time?
僕は、アートはその人にしか感じられない感覚を他の人にも感じられるようにしたものがアート作品だとまず思っています。
So he thinks art is something which can convey. So if not only himself, but what he thinks about how do you say the imagination he has can be conveyed by painting to other people.
スポーツでボールが飛んできた時に思わず体が動くように、インスピレーションが飛んできた時に思わず体が動くようなぐらいの描きたい気持ちで描いていきます。
So he can move immediately when there is some inspiration, and he can immediately move and transfer it onto the painting. That is what he does. And so that's why you make the title, the theme today is art and sports.
飛んできたインスピレーションに対して動かなかったら何も感じない人になってしまいます。
そうか。If he thinks if you don't move when the inspiration comes, which will make that you are the person who can't move by anything.
そういうわけで、これは運動会で子どもたちが組体操をしている姿からまず描きました。
So, this is the event, sports event at the elementary school. But I think
その後に杉本博さんの写真を見たときに白熊を描きたくなりました。そこからストーリーが生まれてきました。
So this series was inspired by Mr. Sugimoto Hiroshi's photos, which is amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's this is also one of Ikehira-san's I would say style, because he used to extract something from Isamu Noguchi's sculpture and then input it on his canvas. So this time he actually did the same thing with Sugimoto Hiroshi's I would say the polar bear.
Yes.
So yeah, so I think he adjusted it pretty well and turned into a story with a happy ending.
Exactly. Yeah. Why is this happy ending? Can you tell us the short story?
さっきのあれと重なりますね。どんなこともそれができなければできなかった、それがなければできなかった今日が素晴らしい今日を作ることでしか過去は乗り越えられないからだからだと思います。
そうですよね。
はい、
それで実はfor the first time in the beginning, though the kids were worried, right? Worried to imagine that the polar bear might eat him. Yeah, but
だから食べられないように。
そう。
本当はお友達になりたかったっていう物語。
Yeah, in spite of their worries, in fact, polar bear wants to get friends with the seagull.
Yes.
Yeah, and they became friends in the end, which is very peaceful.
Yes.
ありがとうございます。Thank you very much. Finally, we are together with these very cute animals, but which is very inventive, very new stuff. Will you explain how you invented this type of painting?
この作品も後ろの大きな作品と一緒で、すべての箇所を大切なもので視界を満たす、全部を大切に思える作品をキャンバスの中では実現できたので、それを現実の世界でも実現したい、現実の世界でもそう思える人になりたいと思ったのがきっかけです。
そうか。So basically, in his paintings, every single stuff is very important. So this time he put it outside, and then his world comes here in this painting, so that we can take it out to anywhere.
モチーフの背景を現実の世界に委ねることで、周りの景色が大切なものに思えてきます。
So in this case, because he just put this character away from the paintings, and that's why we can make other landscape as a painting altogether.
街の景色も全てが大切
With
なも
city
の。
landscape, for
Yeah, so I
example.
think this is really cool because when we were trapped at home, the only thing we want to see is the outside world. And then Ikehira-san actually made the entire background,
Yeah.
the real life world we see into his work,
That's
but
right.
without disturbing the main object. of the work.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the point, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and also I've noticed every animal, the face is so pretty and cute. Why?
動物を上手に描こうとするのではなく、きちんと性格がある生き物として描こうと心がけています。
So he always try the animal himself has the characteristics like human characteristics.
でその動物の性格がすごく僕のこの子はすごく可愛いと思える、性格のいい子だと思えると、他のところも自然とどんどん筆が描きたい気持ちで運んでいきます。なので顔とか表情はとても大事になります。
So when he is successful painting very cute and nice face, which has a very nice character, and then he would like to paint every single stuff like body in a best way. So his motivation becomes very high.
Yeah, so in contrast with the realistic body, I think the really cute and small expression is like almost like a cartoon, you know? But it kind of reminds us of the nowadays popular graffiti art. So yeah, so I think it's not only about Japanese culture, but also something contemporary. Yeah, contemporary elements are included in Ikehira-san's work.
Exactly. Also, but actually he includes traditional Japanese style as well, which is shake.
それからヒントを得る。
The hint comes from shake, which means borrows landscape. Yeah, and makes it borrow the landscape and integrate the landscape all together with the painting. So that is
先は動かせないですけど、お庭の作り方のお話なので、でもこの作品はどこにでも動かせる。
すごい。So this is latest.
どんなもの、どんな嫌いなものが借景に来たとしても好きになれるように。
なるほど。
それが借景をさらに発展させたこの作品になります。
素晴らしい。So the traditional shake, borrowing landscape, is immovable. You can move the landscape. But in this case, you can borrow any landscape and put it into the paintings, so that you can become, you can like any landscape together with his painting. Very nice. So thank you. See you soon.